Dear students, good evening. Welcome to Law Excellence IAS. Let us start the discussion on today's newspaper, that is 2nd January 2021. The first article for discussion is Taking Note of Farmer Welfare, the Kerala Way. In this article, let us try to understand the Kerala model, Bihar and Madhya Pradesh, how it has happened. So essentially with regard to farmer welfare, there are two models in India. One is Kerala model, the other one is pan-Indian model other than Kerala. In Kerala model, government provides certain benefits and also essential procurement for different products, 16 different products. It means that the base prices will be announced by the government and any price fall below this base price is not allowed. So an assured price mechanism exists in Kerala which is different from the other states. Added to that, the farmers also gets pensions, insurance to their crop, and 2000 rupees especially for paddy farmers, they get it as royalty. 2000 rupees of royalty for hectare. So it means a robust system is designed to ensure income security to the farmers. Pan India level, it is happening through minimum support price and government procurement, which is happening through FCI, Food Corporation of India. In these two models, the government wants to do away with this model and shift towards contract farming and then private markets, etc. So here let us see the experiences of Bihar. In Bihar, APMC Act was done away with, and then government mandis are also done away with, no public procurement. Here the income of the farmers drastically fallen. So decreased income to farmers. The second thing is government says that mandis will continue. In Madhya Pradesh, where new private mandis have come into existence after these ordinances, the government mandis are public mandis, no transactions have happened. It means that Madhya Pradesh experience clearly shows that government mandis will die after these laws will come into existence. They see a slow death and farmers' income may also go down. So this is how the author argued over here. The second is nature of the farmers' movement is also spoken about. It is drawn more than a month, but still the energy is visible. In this scenario, it has been comparable to Occupy Wall Street movement. The slogan then was, "We are the 99%." It means essentially it has exposed the inequalities in wealth across the countries. So this is the essence of article. An ill-conceived, overbroad and vague ordinance. I always tell to the students this: any law that is overboard or very broad and vague, this is going to be misused. It is bound to be misused. The discretion given to the official on the ground will lead to harassment of the people. And government of the day can essentially use that particular law to its advantage. In this case, the bill which is discussion or ordinance which is in discussion is UP Anti-Conversion Ordinance. Here it is argued that this ordinance is unconstitutional. Let us evaluate why it is unconstitutional. Before going to that, let us understand an ordinance. This ordinance is a law by the executive. The Union Executive can make the law under Article 123. Article 213, State Executive can make the law, Governor can make the law. In this scenario, the law-making power of the legislature is taken up by the executive through ordinance. When this ordinance can be passed, one is when the legislature, either of the houses, is not in session, and the second thing is when there is a situation and the situation has to demand for an urgent action. When these three conditions are fulfilled, then ordinance can be passed by the executive. In this case, the urgent action, it need not be proven by the legislature, so it is not taken seriously. So a convention need to be brought in to ensure that urgent action is taken up in the matter. Why this ordinance is being passed, what is the circumstance, and why is it urgent also need to be stated. Now the present bill is passed as an ordinance. In this case, there are few issues. Any information received by police, any rumor, gossip received by police saying that some incident of conversion is going on, then the person accused of that conversion can be arrested without any warrant or permission from the court. Let us take, if I have some antagonism to my neighbor, I can call to the police and give the information that I've overheard them about conversion. Immediately police can arrest them. And the burden of the proof lies on that individual who intend to convert. And any conversion need to be approved by the district magistrate. It means the freedom of religion do not allow for state policing on conversion. It can happen on conscience. And the second Supreme Court also said that marriage is a right of an individual under Article 21 of the Constitution. Two consenting adults, if they are involved with marriage, the state shall not get involved. From this context, this law appears to be unconstitutional. The next is the second dose and the new vaccines in market. Covishield, which is also called Oxford vaccine, which is marketed and produced by AstraZeneca in United Kingdom, is produced by Serum Institute of India in India. So this Covishield got the emergency use authorization. In UK, the allowed time between two doses is 4 weeks to 12 weeks. They are delaying this particular second dose to ensure that the vaccine reaches the most of the population. So the efficacy of only one dose is not tested till date. In this context, India has to be serious to understand the efficacy. On the other side, in the United States of America, the mRNA vaccines which have been brought by Pfizer and Moderna, they're also getting due attention across the world. But still, the second dose is not yet clear. So an effective vaccine is one which ensures protection and easy to administer, and the number of doses have to be minimal. In this scenario, we have to wait and see how the vaccine administration and plan go in India. The next article is about IUC. This is about interconnection usage charges. What does this mean? When you call another person of another network, so the network which has received the call where it is terminated has to pay to the initiator. If a call is made from Airtel to Jio, then Jio has to pay to the Airtel. That is called termination or interconnection usage charges. These are not going to be there from January 1st, 2021. It means that the cost of operation of the telcos is going to come down. This article is essentially saying that this cost have to be spent on improving the quality of calls and to reduce the call dropouts and also to ensure effective usage of technology, upgradation of technology, that is 5G have to be rolled in the country. Farmers threaten to step up protest. Farmers feel that the government is not giving due attention to their protest and government is leveling different kinds of accusations against them. And by and large, this movement is peaceful till date. And government wants a natural fizzle out for this movement, but farmers appears to be strong and they want to take a new course towards this particular protest. We have to wait and see. What is the demand of the farmer? If government can give a written assurance on MSPs, this all the things will solve. And farmers did not also agree or duly acknowledge the Supreme Court committee or did not open-heartedly invited the Supreme Court statements on a committee. That's how I can put it as. So how it would be solved can be a great example to independent India. Thank you and have a great day. All the best. By the way, Happy New Year. Thank you.